Welcome, my crafty friends. In today's Craft Along class, we are going to make this card and I'm going to show you how. Are you ready to create some crafts? All right, today I'm going to teach you how to make this card, but wait, it gets even better. Flap opens, surprise inside, and then there's your actual card. So this is a fun fold, but we're focusing on this Plaid embossing folder. We're focusing on this timeless Plaid designer series paper. Then we're focusing on this label punch. So if you follow me on Facebook or you're on my email distribution list, you already have the measurements. So this is our base, and this is 4 1/4 by 11. Then you're going to fold it in half or score it at 5 1/2. Now I've got my paper trimmer out because I want to show you it's got 2 blades, a cutting blade which slides right out of the way, and then it also has a scoring blade. Great price point, it's under 30, and it takes the place of 2 separate machines, don't you think? The second thing I want you to do is you're going to cut a piece of cardstock, same color, you guys. Mine is crumb cake, but this is going to be 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Then you're going to come along here and score it at 3 1/4. So that's going to do a little flap right there. The next one, same color, 3 1/2 by 3. Then come along, line it up at 3 and score it at 3, creating this little flap. So now we've got 3 pieces of our crumb cake, and we're going to cut a piece of the timeless Plaid, the designer series paper. It's 2-sided, so pretty. 4 by 5 1/4. This layer is going to go onto the front base of your card. But wait, we're going to do something first. The first thing we're going to do is work with this layer. Let me put this towards the bottom so you can look at it, but it's not in, okay, my way. Then you could choose your adhesive, whether you're going to do the Stampin' Seal tape runner or you're going to get some Tombow multi-purpose glue. And yes, you can order it from my store, Dawn Davis, and I'll put all the links below. Now, you're going to want to real fast just glue it down, but hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to glue, remember we made the little flaps with the score. We're going to glue these down and hide the flaps here behind on the back side. We're going to adhere it down of the designer series paper. Now, how far apart, up and down, do you do it? Doesn't matter. And which goes on the left, which on the right? Doesn't matter. That's up to you. Because of the label, I did the bigger one and then on the left side. So let's go ahead and adhere it down. Flip it out. Well, let's leave it this way because I want you to be 110% sure that we are putting our adhesive, get my Silicone Craft Sheet out. You know why? Because I'm running this tape runner off, and I want to, I don't want it sticking to the paper. Okay, so there's my sticky, and I'm gonna line it up where it's not overlapping that little score line, but it's coming up to it, right? Because we still want the little heifer to fold, don't we? There you go. So let's do it again on this side. What? All right, go this way, every way with the loose, right? Okay, so I'm laying it down and that's there. So how far up? You see that's about what? 3, probably about 1/2 inch. So let's eyeball it and come up about 1/2 inch from the bottom. And then I'm gonna adhere it down. Now we got our flaps, and this is what your backside should look like. The backside of your layer. Okay, now that was me getting sassy. I am going to add some more adhesive. If you don't have a nice tape runner, I highly recommend this one. I use the Stampin' Seal. They have Stampin' Seal Plus, which is real sticky, but I haven't tried that yet. True confessions, I'm a little afraid of it, and this one is my comfort zone. All right, let me fold that so you can see really good. And then I'm just gonna eyeball my little layers. Okay, ta-da! And then it's gonna open like that. Pretty cool, right? But this is plain Jane, so let's decorate because we can. All right, here's my little heifer. Now what I did with this, let me see what's next for us to cut out, is the designer series paper. Now I use the same piece in 2 different sizes, and you can flip it over if you want to. One is 3 by 3, and the second one, 2 3/4, 2 3/4. Then what I want you to do is either get the same designer series paper where it's going to look like this and like this, or what I chose to do is I cut some solid cardstock that matches my designer series paper, and this is where the pretty gorgeous plaid embossing folder comes in. And I've already done the homework for us, but I cut the same size pieces. So that's going to be a 3 by 3, and this is going to be a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then we get to play. So what do we want on the outside? What do we want on the inside? With this card, I did do plaid. Oh, you want a little of each. So do you want the solid plaid here? Solid color, you know what I'm saying, and this plaid here, or you can use this side, whatever your little heart desires. And that's the beauty of two-sided designer series paper. Or you can flip it, should be obvious, but let me do it just so you can see how it looks, is where, I apologize, did I just flip it? Where this goes here and this goes here. Let's go ahead and do the reverse of this one, just because we can and just because it's fun. All right, I've got all my little nooks and crannies. I feel like it's a English muffin. I'm like, what are those things called? Nooks and crannies. I feel like it's an English muffin. But I go in the nooks and crannies with my glue. Do you have to? Nah! I feel like it's necessary, though. I don't know why, but I do. All right, here we go. Line the bad boy up. Glue the bad boy down. Now, here's my little one. Let's do the little one on this side. And then we're just gonna flip everything over and do it on the inside. Cute, right? All right, raise your hand. Tell me below, do you feel like so far, this is simpler than it originally looked? I mean, when you see this, it's like, oh my stars, how'd she do that? This is how she did it. This is how you're gonna do it. And I'm real excited. Okay, that's that one, that's gonna go there. So I'm gonna put that one there. Yeah, so let's glue and I just reversed everything if you noticed. And again, this designer series paper you can order from my online store. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I got all kinds of fun stuff. And I want you to see this whole month, I am demonstrating certain products and show and telling certain products together, because when you order them, I want you to see how you too can use them. And to make this card exactly how as I'm making it, yes, heck yes, go to my online store, order this. You're gonna want this. All right, how precious, reverse, cute and fun is that? We're almost done. Now I have a white piece, and there's a math formula. Here's how to cut the inside of a card. For a card, 4 1/4 by 3 1/2 will give you 6 pieces this size. Now, it's gonna leave a wider margin. It's smaller, but it's adequate. And my whole thing, the method to my madness with this crafty math, was to get more pieces of more layers from one piece of cardstock. All right, so that was a method to my madness. If you don't like the looks of this, if it's too small for your personal taste, you won't hurt my feelings one bit. You do you. But for me, I want to get the biggest bang for my buck out of my craft supplies. All right, oh my stars. Now the only thing we have left to do is decorate. Are you dying here in a good way? Whoa, okay. Now, here's a tip that was on my Tuesday, Technique Tuesday. Yes, you have to cut it 2 inches to match, but run your cardstock in like this, come towards the bottom, and cut. And now you've got one side of a label, but you can see how big the label could be, should be. I'm gonna teach you how to enlarge it. So now let's reverse it, the side we just did, slide it back around, slide it back in, slide this up, and oops, make sure it's lined up, but give it a little punch. Now, you just learned a new technique, a new trick, and you learned how to increase the usage of your to-the-point punch. Oh my stars. I've been using this for 3 months, and I'm still not tired of it. I love it. So here's the regular size if you were just to punch, and then here's an elongated size because I wanted to, I have a long sentiment, so I wanted to use a longer sentiment. This says Easter Blessings. So I'm gonna line this bad boy up. Actually, this is a good boy because it's Easter Blessings. What? Okay. Is it stinking cute? He's cute, right? Much better. Now it fits. Do you love it? Yeah, I do too. Okay, so I'm gonna tuck that under there, and I'm gonna put the Easter Blessings up on, ooh, better. I'm gonna put it on an angle. Let's pop it up with some dimensionals and let's do it on an angle. Why? Because we can. I better put one in the middle. How many dimensionals should you use? Guess what? Doesn't matter. Should is not a craft word. Can we? Yeah, we can. All right. Oh, my stars and garters. Did you see I almost did it upside down? What's that all about? Okay. I want to see. Da, 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 da. Cute. And then I've got this cute little bunny. So let me put a little dimensional behind. Will that fit? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put it behind his ear and not his body because this is already popped up. I'm going to put a little dab of glue under his legs. Now, are you seeing something? Are you seeing something? Do you see that his little jacket matches the designer series paper? That will be next week's Technique Tuesday. So I want you to come back for that. Now, do we need some twine? I put twine on this and it added so much. And this little flower is ephemera. So I'll try to put things like that below. Let's see if we're gonna like this. Everybody that orders with me in the month of April is invited to my Crafty Zoom party, which will be held next month. And once I choose the date, if you're not available, then you can watch the recording. All right, what do you think? What do you think? So we've got this card with the ephemera flower. We've got this card with the elongated label, the flaps, the inside. You can stamp, you can add some designer series paper, you can add some ephemera like I did right here, sneak. It's this one, and I did use the embossing folder and the paper, and of course my little rabbit. And then this one, I wanted to make it a little more feminine, so I did use the embossing, wet embossing, and then did a little curtain fold, and again, some ephemera. So I wanted to show you how this plaid, this timeless plaid designer series paper could be both masculine, it could be for kids, it could be for moms, I mean, whatever, it's that versatile. Do you have a favorite card? Tell me your favorite card below. Tell me if you're gonna make this fun fold. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. I hope you craft along. Follow me on YouTube, follow me on Facebook, and I hope you'll join me again next week for another crafty craft along. Thanks you guys, bye now.